Sir, please. I have no food. My husband left to work in the mines, but I haven't heard from him for quite some time now. Anything you could spare?
Here, take this meat. You need it more than me.
Oh, thank the gods. Thanks to you, today my children won't go to bed hungry. Is there anything I can do to repay you? I don't have much to offer, with the exception of information. No one in all of Bayan is as familiar with the area as me. So, if you need anything, please feel free to ask.
Good to know. I was actually looking to find out who's in charge here.
Alima, our leader. If things continue on like this, someone's bound to tear her horses apart. I only hope whoever does shares some of the meat with me.
Where can I find this Alima?
Not far from here at all. It's the only house with a fence and horses. You can't miss it. My stomach is eating itself.
Exotic wares. And weapons recovered from the Great Battle of Osvaroth.
Hey. Hey.
Don't you have better things to do?
Exotic wares and weapons recovered from the Great Battle of Osvaroth. Don't miss out on this limited...
Is there something I can help you with, son?
Well, that all depends on the services you're offering.
I'm afraid I've been retired for some time now. Good day to you.
New to the village, I assume?
You could say that.
Glad to have you. If you're looking to gamble, this here's the hottest dice table east of the Lion.
He's a liar. Cheating son of a bitch took me for everything I had.
You keep your mouth shut. I run an honest game here. It's not my problem he likes to get drunk and bet carelessly.
Is gambling legal out here?
Of course. You can find tables and players all over Eremos. Hell, I can't think of a single place in all of Antalur where players don't gather around the tables just like this one and try their hand at a good old game of dice.
What are the rules of the game?
Depends on what and where you're playing. Usually you just have to get more pips than the other player to win, but not all tables are exactly the same. For instance, a less formal dealer might allow kicking the table during a roll to increase the action. Best practice is to lay down a bet and hope the dice are hot. A dealer will let you know if you're out of line.
Can I change my bet mid-game?
Of course you can. But remember, practices like that can be mighty risky. You can easily walk away with a bag full of auras, or empty pockets.
How many times can I play?
As many times as you like. The more you play, the more chances you have to win.
Thanks for the invitation, but no thanks. Maybe next time.
Okay, but be sure to stop by before you leave. You never know when the table's gonna be hot.
We'll see. ate.
Beautiful day for a burial. Looking for a traditional funeral for you or a family member? I'm having a special.
Afraid not. Not today, at least.
Oh, then you've come to the wrong place, my friend. Today, at least. Never seen you around here before. You look healthy. Where are you headed?
That's a lot of questions, friend. But I'm headed north.
Oh, then perhaps this is fate. I have a delivery to be made near Hatmandor. Perhaps you might make it for me?
I could use the auras, but what's the package?
Oh, it's a funny story to say the least. A few weeks ago, our leader sent a carrier pigeon to Hatmandor to get relief supplies for the drought. And the Merchants Guild sent a messenger.
So, you have supplies on the way.
Not sure. Before he could say anything, the poor bastard stopped to take a piss. Right on the grave of a Sambu's son. Oh. Before anyone could say a word, Sambu just grabbed his spade and, well...
You've got to be kidding.
Wish I were. Sent a second carrier pigeon to inform the guild. They told us they won't offer any help until we return the head to his family.
The head?
Cut it clean off. We already delivered the body, but it wasn't enough. The family is donating the remains to the Imperial Necromancers. Had to tangle with a couple vultures to get it back. Don't know if I have another trip in me. But to be honest, despite the job, they're not exactly my kind of people.
If it's on the way, then it doesn't really make sense not to.
You have the makings of a promising gravedigger. Take this. The head is inside. Deliver it to Gazan in the last meeting funeral home.
Sounds good.
One more thing before you go. As you probably know, the gates on the way to Hatmandor are still closed. But some time ago, a man skilled in forging official documents moved to Bayan. Heard him referred to as Tome the Scribe. Usually he spends his days lounging on a bench near his house in the village. Tell him that the last summer was rainy, and he'll consider helping you get through those gates.
Exotic wares and weapons recovered from the... great Battle of Oswaroth. Don't miss out on this limited opportunity to take advantage of high
I need to find a back house.
and craftsmanship. Nothing but the best wares, all priced to meet your financial needs.
Yes? What do you want?
What do you think about this weather? The last summer was rainy.
It's been quite some time since I've heard those words. I was beginning to think all my old clients were dead. What can I do for you?
I need proper documentation to get through the gates to Hatmandor, and I hear you're the man to talk to.
I'm afraid those days are behind me, son. I lost everything when the Imperial Guard raided my home and burned it to the ground. Without my equipment, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What if I were to get your things back?
In that case, I wouldn't be opposed to a short break in retirement.
What do you need?
All I need is my old inkwell. It's filled with a very rare Imperial crimson ink that I'll need to legitimize your writ of protection. There's no way of knowing whether it survived the fire, but if you're lucky, you'll find it amidst the remains of my home on the savannah.
I'll see what I can do.
Nothing but the best wares, all priced to meet your financial needs. New shipment just arrived from aspiring young
Not so fast, darling. The gate is shut in order of Emperor Gandahar.
What did you call me?
He can call you whatever he wants. Yeah, move along, Peck.
Shut the fuck up. I'm in charge here, and I'm the talking person, understood? Like I said, darling, the gate is closed. No one can pass without the proper documentation. Now, move along.
What kind of documentation?
By law, you're required to present a writ of protection entitling you to safe passage through the gates.
And where can I get one of those?
All requests must be submitted to the Imperial outpost in Hatmandor. But seeing as you're here, there's not a whole lot you can do about that, is there?
What's it going to take for you to turn around and open that gate for me?
Are you deaf or stupid? I said no. Now, get on about your business.
What, do you get off talking to people like this?
Anything else you want to say?
Are you lost? This is such a meaningless post. I don't even know why we're here. Looks like you're lost.
Just trying to get to Hatmandor.
That's no easy feat. Especially with the increased patrols guarding the gate. But there's always another way.
And what might that be?
It's an old one. Used to be for smuggling goods to avoid the heavy import taxes. Nobody much uses it now. seeing as we barely have enough to support ourselves, let alone trade. In fact, I'm one of the last people who even knows where it is.
Can't imagine you'd like to share that information.
I'd even be willing to take you there. For a price, of course.
How much are we talking about?
300 ores should do it. I usually ask 500, but you seem like a nice enough guy.
$300 for information isn't exactly what I had in mind.
If you find a better deal, by all means, let me know. I'll be here if you change your mind.
Wares and weapons recovered from the great battle of Osvaroth. Don't miss out on this limited opportunity.
I need to find a back house.
High-quality orc metallurgy and craftsmanship. Whatever you want, whatever you need, you'll find it all right here.
Lost your way?
No, just trying to get to Hatmandor.
That's easy, if you have a pass.
A pass?
Yes, a pass. There's no way in without it.
And where can I find one of those?
You could ask the guards, or get it from me. Fresh and almost as good as a real one.
How much is this forgery going to cost me?
600 auras is the going rate. But for an intelligent man such as yourself, I can let one go for 500.
500 for a forgery? Have you been drinking?
It's a simple case of supply and demand. If my prices are too steep, I suggest you try your luck with the guards. I hear they're really reasonable at this time of year.
Take advantage of high-quality orc metallurgy and craftsmanship.
Looks like you've decided to stay a bit longer in our little village.
Unfortunately, not by choice. The guards refused to let me pass through the gates to Hatmandor.
Then it's a good thing. I know another route. Listen, you helped me once, so now it's my time to return the favor. Before my husband went off to work in the mines, he used to smuggle goods into Hatmandor and Sheznadar to avoid taxes. I could show you the old path leading over the gate.
What about the guards?
The passage is well hidden, but also extremely dangerous. The last time a group of smugglers used it, our gravedigger Lusum spent an entire day removing body parts.
Sounds encouraging.
I'm happy to help you, but I want you to be prepared. Here, I'll mark it on your map.
New shipment just arrived from aspiring young craftsmen. Don't get left with last year's wares. Be ahead of the times and
Good. What do we have here? Yeah!
Welcome, stranger.
You must be Alima.
Sounds like you've been getting acquainted with the locals. I'm sure they've painted me as being quite cruel, but it's my job to make tough decisions, not manipulate the weather.
I'm not here to pass judgment.
I apologize for my apparent frustration. We've experienced droughts before, but nothing like this. Our crops died faster than we could harvest them.
And your horses? The savannah's known for breeding some of the finest.
Maybe so, but they weren't as fine as a good meal.
You ate them.
We've done all we could to save our people. We would buy food from Ban, but they've stopped trading, stockpiling their goods. And I can't send a messenger to Hatmandor because the gates are shut.
Are there any horses left?
Only a few, but the people would rather eat them. Maybe if you'd consider helping us, we might be willing to part with one of the few we have left.
Let's get started then. Where should I begin?
Before we start, I want to be honest with you. One of our finest horses is sick.
So I'll end up with some old jade as a payment for help? What kind of games are you playing here?
No. I only ask that you be patient and help me brew the herbs we need to treat the animal.
Sounds serious enough. What do we need?
Mint root. Unfortunately, they're not easy to come by. They grow deep beneath the savanna soil, and there's no way of telling where. The good news is that ostriches will often search them out, eating the mint roots to settle their digestive tracts.
What do you suppose I do? Kill the things? And dig the mint root out of their stomachs?
Exactly. A pack of them roam the valley nearby. Come back when you have at least 3 roots. Then we'll be able to brew the medicine and talk about how you can help end this famine that's killing my people.
Nice. Yeah. That's rich. Let's get this over with. Stay down. Let's see. Ha! That's rich. Stay down. Ha! Stay down. What do we have here? Good.
you have the ingredients for the horse's treatment?
Yeah, I have everything we need.
Good. Now listen, because I'm going to teach you how to prepare and brew any mixture of ingredients by yourself. This kind of knowledge doesn't normally come cheap.
Try to be brief.
All over Antilor you can find many types of ingredients that can be truly useful to someone trained in the art of alchemy. All you need is to gather the remains of plants or animals and place them in your cauldron. Remember to choose carefully what you're going to cook, because different components will produce varied effects. Of course, usage of many similar ingredients is the wisest way to produce the most powerful potions. Are you still with me?
Yeah, continue.
Each time when you cook something, the recipe can be saved on a scroll for easy reference later on. At any time, you can choose a formula from your base to brew a similar mixture. And that just about covers the basics of alchemy. You made a pledge to help my people, and for that I thank you. Please, take this alchemy handbook. It's been in my family for years, and I'd like you to have it. It includes many useful directions, so don't hesitate to look through it if you forget how to brew herbs. Any questions?
Let me think. Where can I find ingredients?
You can find them all over Antilor. Just look around. Herbs, mushrooms, animal remains, and even natural minerals. Everything is somewhere, but some places are richer than others in certain ingredients. Of course, some things you can buy straight from shopkeepers, but finding them yourself is much more satisfying.
How do I choose which ingredients to brew?
Wisely. You'll find hundreds of alchemical components with their own special prowess. Truly powerful potions can be cooked from ingredients that cause similar effects. However, don't hesitate to try mixing things you like. The effect may be rather unexpected.
How many ingredients can I use?
As many as you like. Of course, you have to be skilled enough to brew everything together, so invest your time in developing this ability. The most powerful mixtures can be made only by the wisest alchemists. Remember that.
Is there any way to save and reference the formulas?
Each time you prepare something new, you can write down the formula on a scroll. These scrolls will eventually make up your own personal alchemy library. That way, you don't have to commit each recipe to memory, and can brew new potions according to saved formulas.
I think I'm ready to give it a shot.
Use as many mint roots as you can. The more you combine, the stronger the mixture will be. How does it look? Success?
Hope so. I followed your directions, but ended up with this slop.
If you're looking for my opinion, the consistency of this purgative is excellent. Let's try it out.
Nice.
Thanks to you, the horse is already starting to look better. I just hope you can help my people the same way.
I said I would, and I'm not one to go back on my word. What do you need me to do?
You'll need to travel to Hal Hin and talk to Altan. Explain to him that we're willing to pay for any surplus goods that they have, and that without their help, we can't hope to survive much longer.
What makes you think they'll be willing to help?
Altan is a good man. If I know him well enough, he'll lend us a helping hand in our time of need. There's not much I can tell you. Take your horse, but please, don't abandon us.
Miss me? What's this? Hey.
Seeing a brave fighter like yourself always brings joy to my heart. The name's Alton. What can I help you with?
Alima sent me to secure a trade agreement with you. The people of Bayan are dying of starvation, and Alima believes that her people can't hope to survive much longer without your help.
Trade? Money means nothing in this savannah. I've told them this. It is why they find themselves hungry.
They find themselves hungry because more fortunate neighbors would rather see them starve.
Watch your tongue, boy. Bayan isn't the only village with hungry people. The drought has affected us all. But Halhin is my responsibility, and I am not Alma's keeper.
Maybe hunger's made them blind. What's your excuse? Are the rest of your people as cruel? What do they have to say about this?
Who do you think you are, questioning my decisions? You've never lived a day under my leadership, but you act as if you do better.
I would.
Arrogance, idealism, all the traits of an untested leader. Surely you've heard of the Rustler's Run. A worldly man like yourself surely knows of the Rustler's Run.
Enlighten me.
The people of the savannah have bred horses for centuries. The Rustler's Run is our oldest tradition. A race between villages, between neighbors. The winner of this race is given the opportunity to replace the village leadership if they so choose.
Progressive.
I ran the trail nearly a decade ago, becoming the leader. No one has beaten my record, because no one has attempted to. I feel it speaks volumes about respect, appreciation. But if this is what you believe, here is your opportunity. Complete the initiation, compete for my title.
If this is what it takes.
Then take this scroll, decipher its contents. It leads to a symbol that can only be found by a skilled rider. Write the correct symbol on the back of this page, and you will be allowed to compete.
Not now. looks useful.
I was beginning to think you've gotten lost.
Here's your map. And the symbol.
I underestimated you.
Was that a compliment?
Don't press your luck, boy. You've passed the initiation. It is your right to attempt the Rustler's Run. Is this still your desire?
Let's do it.
Then, good luck.
Just me? What's this? Don't say I didn't warn you.
What are you doing here? Are you giving up?
I've beaten you, just as you asked.
I'm sorry, but I can't allow my people to be led by someone so irresponsible. I'd rather die.
I'm not gonna fight you, Alton.
I'm not giving you a choice.
I'm not gonna kill you.
You're going to have to.
You'll resume trading with Alima and her people, and you'll be compensated accordingly. As long as you do this, you can continue leading your people.
Our supplies are minimal at best because of our limited access to a cheap source of fresh water.
Now you're talking like a competent leader. If there's a water source in the area, I'll find it.
That would be great.
But in return, Halhin needs to resume trading with Bayan. Do we have an agreement?
Yes, I think so. I don't believe you can find a solution, but maybe I'm wrong.
You are. We'll talk later.
Wait a moment. I'll open the village gate just in case. Don't be surprised if you're not welcomed with open arms. The majority of Halhin doesn't take kindly to outsiders.
What do we have here?
I don't think that belongs to you. Do not touch what isn't yours.
You better not be doing what I think you're doing.
Leave what doesn't belong to you. Leave what doesn't belong to you.
Hey.
Hey,